You're absolutely right, and unfortunately I'm hooked. Blogger, start a blog. If you don't want to, or you're not in a position to set up a great HTML website, start up a blog, get a presence. Backlog will let you start following people what people are saying about you. If you're really hardcore, then Mashable is all about social media, and it's terrifying what's going on. Just keeping up with it is a full-time job for Kath, me, you, and we've got 4 or 5 people who are meant to be keeping up with this stuff all the time. E-consultancy is a fantastic service in terms of accessing marketing data, internet stats, reports, how to set up a website. It costs about 200 quid a year, and for me it's just extremely money well spent. So best practice guidelines, what should I be doing in email marketing? Extremely good. And then there's a list of the various social networks that are out there. So I've been very kind and let me blabber on for sort of 40 odd minutes. Your turn to blabber. Do you have any questions?
If people do have questions, if you want to select who you would like to ask, I'll just pop on the microphone and hand over to people.
I think this man had his hand up first.
Well, there was 2 things I didn't quite get. One was about barcodes.
Yeah.
And the other... Right. Sorry. The first one I didn't understand was about barcodes.
Yeah.
And the second one, when you said eAcademy has some great SEO tools, what exactly you meant by that?
Okay, barcodes, is anyone, yeah, there we go, this man is way ahead of you. Is anyone familiar with Orange Wednesday? Just using barcodes on a mobile device in the same way you would give someone, basically a digitised coupon. Thank you. And the second one was SEO tools. A basic level entry for Academy, you don't get the ability to optimise your profile against certain keywords. Once you pay, you get an opportunity to start choosing keywords and tags and things of that nature. So, rightly so, they kind of say, here's the free product, for a little bit more money, you start getting the SEO benefits. So,
It's like back and walk. We're going to get a
do
video.
run, skip.
I can do with the exercise.
Great. I was just going to ask, I'm interested in the sort of mix in terms of budget, how much you spend a year at Sage, but social versus traditional media, advertorials, that kind of thing.
No, that's a good
Do you
question.
know the answer?
Yeah, it's, if I was to say percentage terms, I have to evaluate Cass' outrageous salary into this equation.
It's cutting on it.
I would say probably, if we think about what we do from a brand campaign, so people familiar with the Krypton Factor and Train Your Business Brain, I would say social media element of that is probably about 20% of the budget. No, actually no, probably no. The first phase, I'd say about 20%, the second phase about 60%, where we really went into partnerships with LinkedIn and the Academy. And I think if we were doing it differently, we wouldn't build a standalone website at trainingbusinessbrain.com, we build it within those environments. So instead of asking people to come out to social networks and come to us, we just go to where the people already are. No, that's no fun, is it?
Yeah, thanks, Peter. I think with the clients I talk to, the content generation is not a real issue because they're all passionate about their business, and our small businesses are very passionate, could talk to you for hours and hours and hours about it. The key objection I get is all the time it's going to take to get this out there.
Yeah.
But these days, more and more, there are websites where you can go for free or a small cost, put up your content, and they'll disseminate it to 20, 30, 40, 80 article sites,
Absolutely.
10 video sites, or whatever. So I think it's really important if you're thinking about doing this, that you can generate the content. There are people out there who, for free, will put it out there for you.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent comment. It's the creation of it and the distribution of it are two different things. And if you get into RSS feeds and everything like that, but the social networks have become content distributors. So using them is a huge bonus. But you're absolutely right, and that's an excellent suggestion. I recommend that. That's much more fun. Can't run, Forrest. I could get used to this guy.
That's not going to happen.
Just to pick up on that point about disseminating information through social media, I've been tweeting some of your key comments throughout the talk. And if anyone is on Twitter and they check the SageWorld, #SageWorld hashtag on Twitter, they can pick up the comments. Now, someone who's not here today has picked up what I tweeted, one of the things that you said, and they've retweeted it to their network. And that's where I think the real power of this is the viral impact of people who aren't here today and tweeting what people are saying. And I've been following what's going on in the other room, and they're getting free chocolate.
I was gutted. I was talking to Mark last night, just saying, so will there be any giveaway chocolate or anything? Or wife will kill me if I go back without agreeing with players. But yeah, absolutely. And the other thing for us is the video of today goes on YouTube, but hopefully we slice it into chapters because we now will have attention span to small children. If you want me to watch a 20-minute video, it's going to have to be bloody good. There's a website called Video Jug, and on average they say that people will watch maximum 3 minutes of video. So what we say is video is great, but if you go back to that point about write an article, then edit, when you commission that video or that article, you just say to them, I need it to slice into 10 1-minute chapters. And then you've suddenly got 10 bits of content as opposed to just releasing one video. Kat has been setting up our YouTube channels and all that sort of work, and looking at how you multiple uses. So if you do a video, you do a transcript, and then the transcript becomes your email. Yeah, you start seeing smart ways of using 1 bit of content and editing it multiple times. And then when you get into actually, how the hell do I deal with mobile? That sort of thing is really interesting. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. Really, is going right. How do we really exploit mobile? You killed it now, everyone's going to get the job.
Are we reading their tweets?
No, absolutely.
Just on that thing. Sorry, just another bit. Most of us small businesses, I think most of us here are small businesses. Most of our small businesses, we're very interested in, if I'm paying £5 for something, I want to see what the reaction to me is very quickly. And certainly, Andy there with tweets and things like that, there are other free sites like TweetReach, where you can go in, cut and paste your tweet in, and it will go and find out how many people have actually had a look at it, or seen it, or had available to look at. And that can give you some quite false classification that says 60,000 people saw my tweet today. But you do know that it's getting out there.
There's Yahoo Pipes and things like that. Just show you a picture of who's following you, where your information is gone. And it can feel like this activity is operating in a vacuum. So that again, an excellent point. You do want some ability to validate what impact did that actually have. But again, I think if you are expecting it to be, we tweeted yesterday and you haven't sold anything today, I don't think that's really what social media is going to do for you. Maybe if you go down the promotional persona route that we talked about earlier, then that can work.
I would say it seems to be very important for the big boys now, because there's an immense amount of social media monitoring software out there that they're paying thousands of pounds a month to use to show the sentiment of what's happening for their brand.
Very much so. For us as a brand, on Cat's main sort of roles, it's just saying, okay, who's saying what, and why? What's the? Is it positive, negative? Is it neutral? So yes, some of these tools are very crucial, but as I said, the alternative is to get a bunch of people in a room for an hour and ask them questions. There's something called the Hawthorne effect in research, which means that people give you the answer they think you want to hear. You don't get that in social media. They just do you're crap. Why? So it's quite personal, but it enables small businesses to compete with the kind of resources that are only, in the past, have only been available to big businesses. That kind of research insight is now so easy to gather. And as I say, if you're a smaller business, maybe you're not being mentioned by name, but actually your industry or your sector or your area, your location, and all of that can provide really, really valuable, useful information. And I'm now into lunchtime, aren't I? Which I've always learned is a bad thing to do. So I'll be around for the rest of the day, so spot me.